So this time I'm going to talk about the ownCloud demo installation. So I'm first going about the birth of it, how it got initiated, and then I'm going about a few facts, statistic, and the infrastructure evolution to get a bit of a sense what I tried and what I used to get a bit of performance boosts. And then some caching, learning lessons sort of thing, and a bit of the future, what ideas the community had, or what ideas are on the roadmap, you could say. So I'm the demo admin, I'm Michael Grosser, I'm also known as Scalability Jung. And the ownCloud demo birth was actually started in 2011. With the final version being deployed was version 2. I started with working around with 1.2, which was horrible to install, which actually was the idea behind getting a demo installation, because I probably fought with version 1.2 for a few days to just try that software, so that's horrible. So after I finally got it working in a good sense, it already had converted to version 2 beta, and that was running publicly on my server. So I just thought it's so horrible to spend hours or days to implement something to just check it out and don't even know if you need it, if you will ever use it. So I posted it, or I discussed it with Frank and the community to make that public, and in November 2011 it was finally announced on the mailing list. And yeah, the start resources you could see are quite, not really much, but it ran. So we had 512 megabytes, 1 virtual core, and 5 GB of disks. It didn't really increase that much. We had, I think with ownCloud 5 and 6, we went up to 4 gigabytes. Now it's down to 1 gigabyte again. And we handled quite a lot of traffic too. So it was the largest installation for months and years, probably. And it still is in a special sense. So with one user actually active, it's the most page view requested user interface from one user itself. So it's still the biggest installation today. And some fun facts. I mean, you can publicly upload documents, and you don't want to know what is uploaded there sometimes. It ranges from so many private documents, from photos to, there are customer lists sometimes. And I get notified when there's something on there. It's cleaned periodically. So it's not really a huge chance to get these documents and to find them. But sometimes they're quite funny and I remove them. And sometimes just a little bit, I'm a bit of thinking, oh man, if I just saved all of them, that would be so much fun to dig through all the files which people upload. But anyway, so we had a page view record where one user was requesting 500 page views or 500 pages in under 30 minutes, which was actually really funny because he was like requesting 1 to 3 pages over a set of 3 or 4 days. But Pivot couldn't handle that, so he split it into new users, and we had a huge user and page view spike because someone was load testing the demo server probably. So we had a record peak for once, and it was really funny because we had the ownCloud 5 release, I think, and I was quite happy with the release because we had like triple the page views or 4 times the page views just in a matter of minutes, and I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Then I looked at the statistics and I saw that's like, for every user request which was actually real, there were like 20 to 200 requests on the login page. And I was like, wait, that should be 1, not 200 per user. So we had a redirect loop which was actually, enabled by the password hashing, which was changed, so it didn't really match again, so that was, falsely fixed. And the most downloaded file, which is funny, is actually a big bug bunny, which was on there for about 1.5 years probably. And it got fixed finally after someone submitted an issue. But yeah, Big Bug Bunny, the real name actually is catching up. So just a bit of the statistics. We have handled about 25 terabytes of data transfer with 7 terabytes of upload and 18 terabytes of downloads. So the page views for the demo installation are about 8.8 million for today, and visitors about 1.1. And the files downloads about 700,000, so not that bad. And just to get your sense of the infrastructure evolution, I started with Apache only and mod PHP, added APC which gives a huge speed improvement, so I will go back into caching things where you should have added APC. Then added Nginx because all the static assets were really slowing down the demo. Then added PHP, FPM. Page speed was used for a small while till it was integrated into ownCloud itself. Varnish was like the biggest improvement I could have made to the demo. And yeah, it basically removed Nginx after that, as it wasn't really needed anymore. So just a few lessons. Memcache is not really good for a single instance. It has so much overhead that APC and object caches are much more useful. Caching static assets is like the first thing you can do. It's easy, especially with Varnish, because it's awesome. And if you cache in memory, it's just so speeding up the possibilities and the performance. So try it out, try around, and yeah, heavy requests first, but that's a no-brainer. So overallocation is pretty bad for memory. I noticed that when I accidentally typed in probably 20 gigabytes of RAM. And yeah, swapping is not so the performance gainer. And then, yeah. We have a feature, so we want to integrate a single user demo so that difficult files or like bad files are not really shown to other users. They have a real instance to just go around themselves. They have their language to set. They have all the stuff they want to do. It's probably going to be some Docker throwaway container based thing. And yeah, I want to integrate SSL certificates finally for demo and stats. And probably an SSL only version, and developer demo probably, so testing could be much more easier to have like testing branches, so everyone who wants to test doesn't have to load, and probably CDN integration. So the total stats requests were about 33 million and 11 million users. Thanks, and there are 2 bounties for single user and testing branches if anyone wants to. And the slides are available via ownCloud, as you thought. Thank you.